Oh man, guys, people about to get me fired up on Twitter today. You know, that's always going to mean it's always going to be one of those type of things where, you know, people will always act dumb to a situation. If you catch people with their hand in the cookie jar and about, oh, well, I wasn't really getting a cookie, you misunderstood. You know, and it's all very sad because this is a very sensitive subject. I have many friends that are in the military. I have many friends that used to be in the military. I've actually lost a friend because of post-traumatic stress disorder from the military. And this is a very sensitive subject. And when you go around making fun of the military and then letting other people, like, when other people come up and say, oh, well, that's not what they meant, that's not what they meant. Okay, here's the offending tweet right here. Magdalene Visaggio, she's very good at opening her mouth when she should keep it closed. And her days are numbered at DC Comics. It's only a matter of time. If they let her run out this job, they'll probably not hire her back because she can't keep her mouth shut. But anyway, she says, next time someone complains about political correctness, tell them you don't think our troops are heroes and watch them flip out. That's not funny. Okay? First of all, you're saying, oh, well, if somebody complains about political correctness, then you should make fun of the military because you know that it's going to be extra sensitive about it. That doesn't make it right. That just makes you a cruel, terrible person, a bitter human being. And so whenever I stated this, immediately you had these virtue signalers trying to come out of the woodwork and defend her. And Captain Cummins is in the military, so he's very sensitive about this kind of thing. And I can only think that if Diversity in Comics ever sees it, he's probably going to flip out as well. But you had these people coming on there, and they're saying, that they always try to make light of it when it's this kind of situation. They'll say things like this one guy. He says, if you defend your troops, you defend her right to criticize them. If you care so deeply, write to your representative, not Magdalene. And that's a condescending statement. You know that he's saying that just to try to defend the situation. Everyone has the right to say what they want. It's free speech in this country. But it's the fact that someone would even think in their mind that would be okay to say. That's the problem. You can tell that they don't have the proper respect for the military and the country to think that that was okay to say. It's like, oh, well, it's no big deal because it's just a joke. That's what they'll always say. It's not. If they get called out on something, oh, it was just a joke. It was just a joke. Well, it wasn't a joke until you made it a joke. And yes, you were trying to tell a joke, but it wasn't funny. It was very sad, and you just need to stop. But the thing is that then the virtue signalers come out, and I got into this huge discussion with this person. Not really discussion, because you see what happens is if you ever call these people out, they always start trying to act superior, pointing out context and English skills and things like that. And it's always these writers and these freelance writers that try to do that kind of thing. Well, I got news for you, dude. You look like you're 12 years old. You probably are 12 years old. Just because you write freelance editor and writer on your Twitter account and you have a Patreon with 4 people on it, doesn't make it okay if you go around defending somebody that's trying to make fun of the military, okay? And it's sad that you would even think that that was an okay discussion to start with. And then he goes on to say, well, you're the one debating, you're the one debating. No, we're not debating. You're the one that's trying to defend somebody that wants to talk bad about the military and thinks it's okay, dude. I mean, how do you, and see, they understand that, but the thing is, they're trying to rally you up into an argument. Well, guess what? It worked. And my thing is, I I'm very respectful of the military regardless of what they're doing. They defend our country. They go out of their way. There's a lot of self-sacrifice there. I actually had a friend that was in the military that was homeless for a little while, and I let him stay with me because that's real life. That's what you do in real life. You don't go around making fun of the military and thinking it's going to be okay, it's going to be funny. And then when somebody calls you out, let other people defend your situation, kind of type deal. I mean, it's just really sad. You can tell what has happened in this country. The problem is there has been way too long of good times in this country for people. It's just like that saying, weak times bring weak people. Okay? And that's what has happened. These people have been allowed to fester and to grow up in these situations where they've been coddled all their lives and they'd have no respect for anything. Nothing means anything except what is theirs. Okay? And they don't understand that there's certain lines you just don't cross. There's certain things you just don't talk about. Just like when you're in a restaurant, if you're in a restaurant with other people and there's other people eating and you're with a group of people, you don't. Is it your first thought to start cussing very loudly in a group when you're talking to other people? No. If you're in there, you're not going to be disrespectful to other people. If you're in a restaurant, you're going to think, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't do that because that's disrespectful. Okay, that's exactly what she should have done. But instead, she thought it would be funny to say that and get a shock factor and get a reaction. Well, guess what? You got a reaction. All right, now deal with it. But instead, you get these kind of people, like I said, that just don't have any inkling and they don't have any. I mean, it makes me mad to the point where I just want to scream because you can just tell these people don't have any respect for the situation. They just want to debate because they have to tell you why you're wrong. They have to tell you why you're wrong. They cannot stand it, and they have to correct you on a situation. My thing is, dude, you're fighting for a false cause here. You need to have a little bit more respect for the country because these people one day could decide that they don't want to defend you anymore, and then you're going to be like a lamb to the slaughter. Okay? And that's pretty much all I've got to say about this kind of thing. I just really think that people just need to be a little bit more respectful about this. And they need to learn that there's lines you just don't cross. I wouldn't be surprised if these are the same people that try to get rid of Memorial Day one day just because they say, oh, that's celebrating murder and all this kind of stuff and the patriarchy. You know, they have no dragons to slay, therefore they have to make up their own dragons. But all right, guys, that's all I have to say. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments, and have a great day. Bye.